It's the Score North Twin Show.
Well, hello, fellow Twins fans and enthusiasts. We are here on this Friday. This is just going to be a quick little abbreviated episode here because we've unloaded all of our Vikings bullets. Okay, Judd changing the hat, going Twins bucket hat. Let's rock it here.
Like here? Okay.
Yes.
That's an
How about this?
There he is.
Proper attire?
I think it looks
This is
great
a
on you.
meme.
Proper attire?
I'm sending this to AJ.
For sure.
This is going to be a meme now.
All right, yeah,
kidding,
fine.
man.
Whatever. I'm just showing my allegiance to the show.
Can we get those bucket hats, or were those like a giveaway that we missed out
Giveaway.
on? Okay.
They were a giveaway.
I got my old school Twins. This is like the old.
Oh, I like
this is
that
an
one.
Old early 60s.
That's from a
retro logo.
that's from a store though, right? That's not a Twins giveaway.
Nope, this is from I think it's vintagebrands.com or
I
something.
like that, Phil. Yeah, but I mean, I am safe from the sun. All these lights here, like I got a lot of lights.
Are you getting
the
sunburnt
rays-
by your ring light or something?
The rays. Come on, ring light. Come on.
By the way, we don't have this particular bucket hat up on our shop here, but we do have some cool collectibles before we get into the Immaculate Grid and update on the magic number. Look at that Torrey Hunter signed, customed, that's a word, jersey. You can go to scorenorth.com/shop and click on collectibles for some really cool Minnesota sports collectibles, autographed pictures, jerseys for your man cave, for your office. A lot of people are finding some fun things. Scorenorth.com/shop, click on collectibles, and find something that piques your interest. So, yeah, Twins beat the brakes off the White Sox, who have completely quit on the organization and the season 10-2 last night. Bunch of home runs. Edward Julian hit a ball that hasn't landed yet. Royce Lewis with his, 13th bomb of the season. He's only played like 60 games or something.
Love that kid.
Oh, my gosh. He's just a gamer. And then Kyle Farmer hit one out too. So
Solid.
the magic number is 8. It is 8. Who's Cleveland got this week?
I was just going to ask, who do the Guardians have? How close can they get? Because I think they could clinch this thing by Tuesday.
Watch
Is
out
that
for the
right?
Guardians.
the Rangers. They got the Rangers.
Rangers are hot. They just swept the Blue Jays. The Rangers are smoking hot.
So, yeah, they've got, the Guardians are just limping to the finish line here. But
Yeah.
they've got Texas for 3. Then they play Kansas City on the road for 3, followed by Baltimore. So I'm actually in Cincinnati for 3 days next week.
Oh.
For company, it's like the annual Hubbard radio meetings because we have Hubbard radio stations in Cincinnati. Mathematically, could the Twins clinch when I'm in Cincinnati? Could I be at the game in Cincinnati when they clinch?
Yeah.
So
sure.
with 8 games left, and if assuming the Guards also play on Monday, the Twins play on Monday too, right? So by Monday, with wins, if the Twins
So
win,
if it's a sweep and a sweep, then the magic number is down to 2 on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So there'd have to
Sweep and a
be
sweep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Sweep and a sweep.
Okay.
Go Huskies.
Yeah, the Twins have an 8-game lead right now. Magic number is 8. In terms of who they would play at right now, the Twins are still the 3rd division winner. That's where they're going to be slotted. So they're going to face the 3rd wild card team, which is currently the Seattle Mariners, who are a game and a half up on the Blue Jays. The Rangers are within a game of the Mariners. They're above the Mariners by a game. So it's going to be one of those teams. Could also still wind up being, I guess, technically the Astros. But they only have a half-game lead in the West. So we're still, wide open. There's 4 teams they could play in the first round. We have no idea who it's going to be. 2 weeks to figure it out.
On Monday, Guardians at Royals at 1:10 afternoon start. Twins at Cincinnati at 5:40 local time here, so 6:40 in Cincinnati.
It'd have to be a
Champagne.
sweep over the weekend, and then the Gardos would have to also lose on. They're not going to
very small.
sweep probably, but
Yeah, that's a pretty small chance.
White Sox might not try him. I mean, my God, you talk about a disappointing organization.
dude, this was
Whiteys.
supposed to be the year.
I
Last
know.
year, this year, next year, we're all this young talent.
Do you remember
gonna
on our
pop
old
up.
show, Phil, how often I said the White Sox, wait 2 years. White Sox are coming.
You
White
were
Sox are
very
coming.
scared about the White Sox, yeah. Yeah. That just shows you shouldn't live your life in fear like
Just
you
a
do.
joke. Well, I don't now because I've got this hat.
They have won a playoff game though, I think, the last few years. So I got that going for them.
Wow.
Yeah, they
The
have.
bitterness towards you're just anger towards the Twins is just so.
Everyone can win a playoff game, but this team.
They won
Well-
the World Series. It was fun.
they'll take a crack in a couple weeks here, and we will be, for people asking, we will do live vent lines, Score North Twin Show vent lines on the Score North YouTube channel after every Twins playoff game. I don't know if it's going to be 2 games, 3 games, maybe it's going to be like 12 games or more, but we will be live on the Score North YouTube channel. All right, you guys want to? So what we really came here for today, as we said, we're not actually doing a full Twin show, but we do still want to do the Immaculate Grid. I don't think the Twins are on it, or Declan would have said something probably earlier. But we'd like to see if we can take a crack at ending the week on a high note by acing the Immaculate Grid.
Give me teams.
Ooh. We got heritage franchises here too, so we have a lot of history.
Yeah. So,
all right, we're looking to go 9 for 9. That's how you go Immaculate. And if we get on a roll here and we start to list some obscure players that are low percentage, players, we can maybe go for a rarity score. It's a little tougher when you're dealing with silver sluggers and MVPs because it's like hard to get a low score. But we're looking for a Philly who was a Tiger, a Philly who was a Cardinal, and a Philly who was a Dodger. And then we're looking for a Tiger who was a silver slugger, a Tiger who was an MVP, a Cardinal who was a silver slugger, and a Cardinal who was an MVP, and then a Dodger who was a silver slugger and a Dodger who was an MVP. I will say, I believe the Silver Slugger Awards started in like the late 70s, maybe early 80s. And the MVP award started like 100 years ago. So, all right, we give Judd now 10 seconds to complain about the Immaculate Grid. Go ahead.
The Silver Slugger thing, MVPs are fine. Immaculate Grid people, Silver Sluggers, get rid of them. Get rid of Gold Gloves too. I'm telling you, if you're going to add a category, you nincompoops, make it a guy who's been with a team his entire career. MVP's fine. All-Stars are fine.
It's hilarious.
Silver Slugger. I don't pay attention to the Silver Slugger when the Twins win them.
All right, and there's Judd ripping on the Immaculate Grid. Judd likes to rip on the things he loves the most.
Gotta put my hat up. Okay, let's go.
We'll put 8 minutes on the clock here, give ourselves some time to flesh this out. And away we go.
Philadelphia, St. Louis, Tommy Herr.
Okay.
Did
we're going to try and do Twins.
Not that. Did Nishek play for the Cardinals and the Phillies?
Phillies for sure. Tommy Herr is going to be pretty obscure, right? Herr. Herr.
Yep.
Or could just type in Herr. It's probably Tom Herr is probably how it's listed.
Where the hell?
How about Tom Herr?
Good
Herr
Lord.
Tom. Well, it says Herr Tom. Herr Tom.
Tom Herr, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
there we go.
that's
1%.
1%, boys.
Hey,
We're off
good
to
start.
a good start.
May I suggest something? Because we've got some like old school franchises here that have a lot of history, and while I am bad at knowing if like Ty Cobb played for a second team, I would never be like. If we get into the categories here, we can start to pluck old school great players. Yeah. The Tigers have Ty Cobb, I'm 90% sure won one of the first MVPs.
Oh.
Did Al Kaline ever win an MVP?
I know Bob Gibson as a pitcher won an MVP
For the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. That's a good
Another
one.
Another one too. There was a guy, a power hitter back in the day for the Tigers, who I believe at one point, didn't he have like Hank Greenberg was one of the big power hitters of like the old. He might have had the home run record at one point, or
I think Hank Greenberg was on the 45 team that beat the Cubs in the World Series. Keith Hernandez was for the Cardinals. He was co-MVP with Willie Stargell in '79.
Oh, that's fairly obscure, right?
Yeah, I mean Keith Hernandez is not, but I don't know that. So like,
but don't you think of Keith Hernandez more as a Met?
Well, yeah, I think most people do. Yeah, I think you're right.
I'm gonna write that down here. So Keith.
Yep.
A couple other old school Cardinal names. So Declan mentioned Bob Gibson.
Yep.
Stan Musial probably won an MVP.
Did he win a Silver Slugger?
Silver Slugger wouldn't have been
That would have
around.
been before.
I think
or
Jim
another
Edmonds.
Rogers Hornsby is another old school great Cardinal that played for the Cubs later, and I'm now Rogers Hornsby. He played in the 20s, right?
Yeah, when
so
did MVP
some of these players might have played in the 20s. It started in the 20s.
Okay.
But I don't want to hit on a player that played like in 1912 or something and was great before.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
So we can come back to some of these if you want, but there's a lot of old great names with these franchises that we could choose from.
Jim
Dodgers.
Thome for Phillies and Dodgers.
Yes, dude, it's a great one.
Nice. No one's gonna know that one. That's awesome.
5%, 5%, 2%,
2%. Yeah, that doesn't make that's a good one, Dex.
Placido Polanco would be a Tiger who was a Philly, but that also might be a high percentage one.
I would. I mean, we can use it. I would bet that is going to be one of the higher ones because they're too random.
Who's old school? Who's an old school Tiger Philly? Did Lance Parrish, the former catcher, didn't he end
He
up
played
with
for the
Philadelphia?
Tigers.
He definitely played for the Tigers. Did he end up in Philadelphia at the end? I don't want to swear to that one, but I think he might have ended up in Philadelphia. I seem to recall that. But pitchers?
I'm trying to think of Twins players. Did Delman Young get to Philly? He didn't get to Philly. That would have been funny, watching him eat Philly cheesesteaks. Who was? Oh,
Did Jim Bunning play for the Tigers?
I don't know.
Jim Bunning played for the.
Orlando Rodney.
I don't know if he played for the Phillies. He may have. We also need silver sluggers, which would be like great hitters after 1980.
I'm gonna let you guys do that. I'm done.
Well,
I'm
you know,
done with
great
it.
hitters. Let's
Yeah, I know, but I'm
let's knock out some MVPs. We went
right.
through a cavalcade of old players. Let's go to the Cardinals for a second. Bob Gibson won. Hold on a second. Don't do anything yet. Bob Gibson won an MVP, but that's gonna, dude. We're going rarity score here,
No,
right?
I know we are. Yeah, no,
So-
I just liked your commitment to it.
So here are some options for Cardinals. Old school great Cardinals that likely would have won MVPs. Bob
Musial?
Gibson, but that's going to be probably a high score.
Stan
'Cause he's
Musial.
Stan the Man, and Rogers Hornsby. Hornsby's the oldest. My only question about Hornsby's one of the greatest players of all time. My only question would be, did he play before the MVP award was?
I feel like Declan's contribution is Bob Gibson. Mine is Keith Hernandez. I don't know about Hornsby. I don't know, dude. I can't commit to that.
If you're confident on Keith Hernandez, he's going to be a lower percentage than Bob Gibson. And Stan the Man is like the most popular Cardinals player of all time for a huge section of that fan base.
Keith Hernandez, 1979, co-MVP with Willie Stargell.
Do we get Judd's confidence back on track here?
Well, wait. My confidence is back on track earlier this week.
Are you confident for Declan to click this button?
Yes.
Okay. 4%. At a boy, dude. At a boy.
And
okay,
then they traded him.
Tigers.
Just because he had a cocaine problem.
So Cabrera, Verlander.
But if we want rarity, we would go Ty Cobb. Ty Cobb won an MVP, but that's going to be a high score. So hold on a second. Al Kaline. I'm just listing great old like Hall of Fame Tigers, and Hank Greenberg
great
led the
captain.
league in home runs a couple times. Like he might have been was he a 500 home run? Hank Greenberg. I don't know if he's a 500 home run guy. But Hank Greenberg was like a great.
I would think Kaline won one, but I'm going to say this: wouldn't that be a high?
Kaline?
Yeah, wouldn't Kaline be high too? Like if you're
I
going,
think it's all most of them are going to be high.
yeah.
It's a few.
Well, if Greenberg won one, it won't be as high. No one's going to know.
Sure.
I feel like Kaline is still a mainstream name for a lot of baseball fans. Greenberg won't be. But
Did Lou Whitaker ever win one?
No.
But Lou Whitaker probably Silver Slugger.
He'd be in the Hall of Fame if he'd won one. I don't know. I mean, Trammell's probably a Silver Slugger, right, at shortstop?
Probably.
But I mean, that's probably Don't put this on me.
I mean, obviously Miguel Cabrera, but like we're hunting a rarity score here. This is pretty nice. We got 4%, 2%, 1% here. So I'm gonna stick my neck out and say we should do either Kaline or Greenberg. Judd, do you have a preference? Those are like two great Tigers.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you're really shooting for rarity, I would go Greenberg, but I think it might be wrong. Kaline had to have won one. Or if we want to just get it right.
Let's save it.
Oh, wait. I got one. 1984, and I know this sounds ridiculous. Willie Hernandez, a reliever, was the
What?
MVP.
What?
It's like Mark Mosley was the kicker
For the Tigers?
for Washington in the 80s and won MVP. Willie Hernandez, the Tigers started 35-5. They won a World Series. And I don't know. They won a World Series,
Wow. I mean,
and
all right.
Willie Hernandez was MVP.
Okay.
Oh my God.
5%. Let's go.
Wow.
Back! It's the hat. It's the hat magic.
We're going over the time because we're hunting a rarity score here. So, okay. Wow. So for Silver Sluggers,
Okay.
after
Zach,
late 70s, early 80s is when that Silver Slugger started.
Zach Greinke was a great hitter as a pitcher, and that would be rare because he's a pitcher.
Do they give out Silver Sluggers for pitchers?
Damn right they do.
For what? For Dodgers?
Yep.
You're saying Zach Greinke won a Silver Slugger as a pitcher with the Dodgers?
I am. He also won one with the Diamondbacks.
Wow. I mean,
Dude, that's really good.
okay.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah, I think that's
That's a great.
any other name I would throw
Great
out
pull.
there would be wow.
Great
2% on.
Look at that.
The
I
Grindster.
told you a pitch. I told you Jeremy Hellickson. Yes, I was like,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
some
no,
of
you
these
did.
Silver Sluggers in the bank.
Okay.
That's good work.
Cardinals. Well, Bob Gibson, I think, was a good hitter back in the day, but he was before
Yeah, that's
the Silver Slugger.
yeah.
So
How about
Jim Edmonds?
Yeah, I was gonna say Edmonds, maybe a Scott Rowland.
Roland for sure. Edmonds,
Edmonds.
I would say almost
I
for
think
sure.
because
Pujols,
Edmonds had
obviously.
Edmonds had like a couple, at least one like 50 home run season.
He was a great hitter.
Yeah.
A great hitter and a center fielder that not a lot of guys put up numbers like that. This might be a little higher. This probably be like 15%, but let's see. Oh,
6.
6%.
No, 6, dude.
What are we at right now? So we're at 10, 15, 16. We're 20. We're at 20% collectively here. This is incredible. Okay, Tiger Silver Sluggers. You know, in the 80s, I'm just throwing names out. Prince, Cecil Fielder.
Cecil could be good.
Bobby Higginson in the 90s was a really good, I don't know for sure, but he was a really good hitting outfielder.
Cecil had to have won one.
Cecil had a bunch of home run seasons.
I like Cecil
Yeah, I feel
because
like
everyone's gonna put Cabrera here, so that's gonna be the high one.
yeah. And I think
in the 80s,
and I feel
it'd
like
be-
Trammell, who I'm sure won one, is more associated still in people's minds who are going to guess with the Tigers. Cecil might be
Did
a good,
Rob Deere ever win one? Remember that guy?
Yeah, I have no
Mickey
clue.
Tettleton?
Rob Deere, good friends with our guy Gladdy.
Okay. Did Gladdy? Gladdy didn't win a Silver Slugger.
No,
So what are we
Cecil?
going? Cecil Fielder?
I like
I
Cecil.
feel like this would be pretty high too, but Cecil Fielder.
10.
10%.
10.
That's not bad.
What a Dodger MVP.
All right. Did Jackie Robinson ever get one?
Ooh. He won Rookie of the Year, right? I don't
Or
think.
did Oral Hershiser?
I was going to say, did Drysdale, Koufax, Hershiser,
Who was the amazing
Koufax ever win one,
pitcher?
Phil?
The
Koufax.
not flash in the pan.
Fernando?
The 80s pitcher. Fernando.
Valenzuela?
Did he win an
He was
MVP?
Rookie of the Year. I don't think he won an MVP. I don't know for sure,
Okay.
but he was Rookie of the Year in
Pitchers are hard to
80.
win MVPs, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
they
What
are.
about the Brooklyn Dodgers? If you go way back,
Oh, God.
Dodgers.
so that would be Jackie Robinson,
Duke Snyder?
Duke Snyder,
Duke.
The Duke of Flatbush?
Ooh.
But I don't know.
Duke
Again,
Snyder.
Snyder,
That sounds
man.
right.
Ooh, it might
That's
be
a
wrong.
famous name from a long time ago. Was he? He was a
Well,
Brooklyn
wait,
Dodger. Right?
Don't do it yet. Yes, he played
Let's save it.
center field. Save that one.
We still need a
Would
Philly
Jackie
who
be
was
a
a
better
Tiger.
guess, you guys? Like
I don't know that he won an MVP.
Duke Snyder's
know
a
he won an
complete guess on
MVP.
my part.
It's tough because
So who's a
keep in
70s?
mind like
Garvey?
black players didn't get the credit that
That's
they
true.
probably deserve to. So I don't know.
Steve Garvey? Did he ever win one?
Boy, I don't know.
Kirk Gibson didn't win one, right?
World Series MVP probably, but not a normal one, right?
I feel like Duke Snyder. I don't know
Lopes.
for sure, but that sounds like he's a Hall of Famer, right? He's a Hall of Fame
pull it?
outfielder. He probably won an MVP. Let's take a chance here.
Oh God, boys, I don't know.
Duke Snyder.
I don't know.
Oh,
I told you. Damn it!
I gotta look him up now.
I'm not gonna allow this to affect my
pushed
my
that
run,
one.
though.
I pushed that one.
I told you guys I didn't trust it.
All right, throw another Dodger MVP in there.
let me try Jackie just to see.
Damn, Duke Snyder finished top 10 MVP like 7 times, but he never won one.
I'll try Jackie. He did.
Son of a
What was the percentage on Jackie?
11.
11.
Okay.
Damn it.
We had a good run there.
I had a feeling we should have tried. Damn.
Hey, can you go to the Dodgers MVP list?
It's 12.
That's right, Bellinger. Cody Bellinger won one.
Yeah.
Garvey is probably on there.
I don't sort these the best when you do.
No.
Oh.
Hold on, though. I can do a control F.
How about 321 Cardinals who are also Phillies? That's amazing because those
Kershaw.
franchises go back.
Dude, Kirk Gibson won an MVP in '88.
Oh, so he was the MVP the year that his knee was jacked.
Steve Garvey, Judd,
World
you were
Series.
right. Garvey did win an MVP. Koufax won an MVP. Maury Willis won MVP for
Wills.
the Dodgers.
Great base stealer.
Man.
Yeah, Kirk Gibson, man. What a weird year, by the way. 88. He didn't lead the league in anything, and yet he was the MVP and a Silver Slugger. So,
Damn it.
All right, I'll wear that one. Dude, here's the thing about Duke Snyder.
Duke
This is
of Flatbush.
ridiculous.
Nickname.
That dude played 18 years, okay?
Yep.
He had 40 home run seasons in 5 consecutive years in his prime with the Brooklyn Dodgers. He led the league multiple times in slugging percentage, on-base percentage, RBIs, runs scored. Big-time power guy. Always knocked on the door of an MVP, but never won one.
Get this. In the 50s, Duke Snyder in center field for the Dodgers, Willie Mays for the Giants at the Polo Grounds, Mickey Mantle for the Yankees.
Oh,
All in the same
go.
vicinity.
let's go. All right, boys. That's a wrap here. We're failures again. I push that one. I will own that one. Oh, what about Gil Hodges? I'm looking up I'm at the 1951 Dodgers here.
Gil
Would he have
Hodges.
been an answer?
Tragic death, too.
He
Very,
would have
very
been.
tragic.
No.
That would have been
No,
Brooklyn,
he
man.
also did not. Some good teams back then.
Poor guy's golfing 1 second, dead the next.
It's sad. It's a sad way to end the show here.
Massive heart attack, dead before he hit the ground. Gil was a great player, though. 69 Mets, baby. Miracle Mets.
Let's go Mets.
All right. That's sad.
Sorry.
Okay, hey, that's the Score
Sorry,
Twin
well-
Show here. We'll try
Goodbye.
harder. We'll hit you guys on Monday with a State of the Twins and another Immaculate Grid.